everyone, Loremaster of Sotek here, and I've got just kind of a short video for today, just talking about some stuff that's been announced coming up in the very near future. We have finally had the Skulls Festival, I should say, revealed for May 25th, which is a little less than a week from today, which is fantastic. For those unaware, the Warhammer Skulls event is basically a purely video game festival that is hosted by Games Workshop. They usually have some PR company do it. In this case, they're having, I believe, Neon Hive do it. So basically, it is a show that is not hosted by them. Specifically, they, pay this PR company to come on and do it, which usually means that it runs a lot smoother and there's a lot less waiting than like from the model reveals. No offense to the model reveals, but they tend to be a lot of like, you're just sort of waiting for the next reveal as people just talk randomly. The last Skulls Festival was very, very good because it trucked along, and we had quite a few fascinating reveals. As far as this year goes, the number one thing I know for a fact that's going to be happening is that Total War Warhammer 3 is going to reveal a new legendary hero. So there's going to be a new free LC legendary hero who's going to be given to everybody as part of the Skulls celebration event. The Skulls event is supposed to last for a week, so it starts on the 25th and it ends on, I guess that would be on June the 1st or June the 2nd, one of those two. So I don't know when in that the character would release. Presumably hopefully it'll be right away. But I have no idea who it is. It could literally be anyone. Doesn't have to be necessarily related to Skulls. But even if we just keep it focused on Skulls, it could be Khorne. So, if you kind of go back and look at yesterday's video on Khorne, it could be Scylla Anfringam, or it could be Karanak the Three-Headed Hound. Maybe it's a Tomb King character. Maybe it's Prince Apophis, the Scarab Prince. Or perhaps it's Harold Nakaf, the personal herald of Cetra the Imperishable. Those would be really cool. Perhaps it's a vampire with Conrad von Karstein. That could be super hype. But it could literally be like, oh, Chakhox the Lizard Man has a skull because he's got the giant Temple Guard helmet. That would be super cool and hype, but no idea who it is. Haven't really heard anything super reliable. And Creative Assembly has not commented on it really at all publicly. I haven't even seen, usually they're all in on giving a cheeky little hint, or especially when it's a pun, but not this time. Apparently everything's kind of tightened down. All the hatches have been bolted down on this particular thing. So we'll know here pretty soon, but I would love to see down below if y'all have any predictions or hopes for who it is that's going to be added to the game. Of course, that's not the only thing that's going to be happening during the Skulls event, as it is all Warhammer video games. So I am expecting hopefully a pretty serious update on Space Marine 2. I am very much looking forward to that game. Obviously, I don't really give a shit about Space Marines, but the game has Tyranids as the main villain, and I fucking love Tyranids. Even when I'm forced to kill them instead of playing as them, I still love games that have them. So I will definitely be picking up that game. Hopefully, it'll have a release date, maybe. But at the very least, just an update on how it's going. And some more of the gameplay features would be nice, because they kind of announced the game and then it's sort of been quiet ever since. Like, they announced it and they announced it very aggressively and like showed up at multiple little things. And then they haven't really said anything since. So hopefully there will be an update on that. Vermintide, the Fat Shark devs almost always put out something for the Skulls event. Normally it's nothing like crazy cool. Like, I'm not expecting any DLCs. It's usually like just an event. That being said, if they wanted to like announce Sienna's fourth career, I would be very excited by that. But usually there's some build up to the fourth career in the the weekly or bi-weekly little stories they put out, but the stories have not related to Sienna at all recently. They've been very focused on Barden's daughter, which is awesome. But, I'm still waiting for Sienna. Still waiting. One day we'll get that final career. I keep sitting here hoping they're going to do a 5th set of careers, but like, man, it's taking them so long to do Sienna's, which really makes me hope it's something special. But beyond that, I've heard a couple of whispers about some other games that might be announced that sound very interesting / exciting. Nothing concrete enough that I feel comfortable commenting on it. The only other game I can think of off the top of my head is Bolt Gun. Looks pretty interesting, which Bolt Gun is a Warhammer 40,000 game that's very similar. It's very much in the style of the original Doom. So it's kind of like that 8 or 16-bit graphic where you're kind of running around from a first-person view and just blasting baddies. But it looks like it actually is pretty solid, like, enemy variety. Like in the trailer they put out, I saw like arm bulls and demons from all 4 of the Chaos Gods and like Chaos Space Marines. So it looks like there's like a really solid mix of like aliens, demons, and heretics, which is good. That's what you want. Beyond that, though, who knows? We have had some pretty solid rumors about some kind of Age of Sigmar game coming out for a while. Hopefully they might announce that. If they do announce it, pardon me, I hope it's good. The Age of Sigmar video games so far have been pretty meh. Like I really, 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 really did enjoy the Stormground game, but it just wasn't quite what I wanted. And the game seems to have been functionally abandoned. There hasn't been any updates from the devs since December 7th of 2021. Good God. Yeah, that game's super dead. Like the game was solid enough. It really felt like they front loaded it. Cause I remember I had so much fun with the campaign through the first chapter and I loved it so much. And then you go to play the second chapter and there's just nothing. And you're like, oh. So, hopefully the next big AOS game is a fully finished product that is also enjoyable to play and has like lots of cool units and stuff. But any event, that's pretty much all that is for the Skulls event. I just kind of wanted to draw everyone's attention to it. The thing I'm easily the most excited for is the new Legendary Hero. Hopefully that'll be some really cool news. I'm also hoping we'll get some confirmation on the release. Presumably they will come with patch 3.1, which patch 3.1 should have some good stuff in it, as well as some nice fixes. So yeah, just let me know if there's anything in particular y'all looking forward to down below. I hope you're all having a lovely week as we head up towards the weekend, and I will be seeing you around. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.